nervous when not conducting.
Can we adjust the spacing vertically? We have a lot of uneven spacing.
She's keeping her kids, as she calls them, in line. Before every football game,
Band director coming through.
she gets each one of her players pumped up to perform their best.
What time is it? What time is it? Big show!
The University of New Hampshire Director of Athletic Bands, Casey Speed Goodwin, loves how music can bring everyone together. And for one of her first students, music has brought them together in more ways than one.
April is definitely one of my standout students that I've kept in touch with, ever since my first year of teaching. So she definitely holds a special place in my heart.
Casey's first job was at a high school, and April Cummings was one of her first students. April was a freshman in Casey's marching band when she suddenly became so sick, her mom brought her to the hospital.
She took me back twice, and on the second time they did blood work and said, "How long has she been in kidney failure?" And my mom said, "I don't know what you're talking about." Unfortunately, with kidney disease, sometimes you don't get symptoms right away until you're really sick. So we're not quite sure how long it had been going on.
April spent weeks in the hospital. When she returned to school, Casey made sure that she could be in the holiday parade, even though she was too weak to march.
She was so upset she couldn't do it. And saying, well, maybe we can find a wheelchair or something. We can figure out a way to get you into the parade.
So Casey actually found me a wheelchair, and I had my family push me in the parade, and I was still able to participate. So that really meant a lot to me as well.
April learned to manage her kidney condition with medications and went on to become the high school drum major. After graduation, April headed to UMaine and Casey to a job at its rival, UNH.
April ended up marrying one of my UNH students, so it was like my two little families were coming together.
The couple moved to Merrimack and adopted 2 boys. But over time, April's condition worsened.
So now we're about 22 years out, and my kidneys are giving up.
To hear her use the words end stage was very hard to hear.
Finding a living kidney donor was April's best chance for survival, so she turned to social media.
I knew that no one in my family would be eligible, so I made a post on Facebook with the hopes that maybe somebody would come forward. And Casey was actually one of the first to forward it and say that she was going to get tested herself, so it was quite amazing.
April was really one of my first students that I felt a really strong connection with, and to see that she was going through this, I didn't even hesitate to share it, of course, and then I thought about it and said, I need to test for this. I was so glad for her that she found a match, and it happened to be me.
She's pretty incredible. She's a lifesaver, and I truly believe people come into your life for a reason, and she came into my life for many reasons, and I didn't know it would be to save my life too.
Next time there's a UNH-UMaine hockey game, maybe I'll make you wear a UNH jersey.
I knew that was coming.
This is my plan all along.
A week later at Mass General Hospital, there are hugs all around as April and Casey's families prepare for this life-saving surgery that will make these 2 kidney buddies for life.
How are you feeling?
Anxious, overwhelmed, a little bit excited.
Does it surprise you that she would do this for one of her kids?
Not at all. Not at all, no. That did not surprise me. I'm just very, very proud of her.
It's funny because I knew Casey was a selfless person, and when April started looking for a donor, I kind of made a joke. I said, "It's gonna be Casey Goodwin, you know it is," and she's like, "Stop it." And here we are. So Casey's a hero.
Ready?
As ready as I'll be.
My greatest joy is going to be able to watch her with her boys.
Love you.
We'll see you on the way out.
3 months later, April is Casey's special guest at a football game.
How are you feeling?
Amazing.
Feeling great. That's awesome. Me too.
I have so much energy. James is playing football right now, and I just am out there playing with him, practicing with him, and I don't think I could have done that before.
I'm really, really, really happy to see that.
Are you also happy that she's part Wildcat now?
Yes, I am. That was my ultimate goal.
Sporting a new college sweatshirt, April dusted off her trumpet to join the UNH marching band.
April can come home now and not go straight to bed, that she's so tired. She's like doing laundry, and one day it was like 9 o'clock at night, and she was folding, and she's like, I'm gonna do this and that. And I said, April, look at you. It's 9 o'clock, and you still have all this energy.
What would you say to other people that are considering being a living donor?
They can change somebody's life. Not only are you giving them a second chance at life, you're giving them a second chance at a quality life.
I feel normal. Like I said, I'm always tired during the fall because it's marching band season, but I'm back to my normal level of tiredness.
She calls you a lifesaver.
I'm glad I was able to help because April's a pretty special person.
The kind of person that Casey is, I think that she would have done this for any one of her students. She's just an incredible human being and has a heart of gold.